of the 13 players, only 3 were from the actual neighborhood and like allowed to play that. So it was like the whole team was just people that they handpicked. Like, how do you not catch that shit? Like, it shouldn't seem like it would be that hard, right? But how much oversight is there in the Little League World Series?
That's it. Yeah.
Yeah.
They're
Not
not watching.
What things when does cheating bother you? And when do you just not care? Because for
when
me,
it hurts my team.
All right, so that's a good one, and I think we all feel that because I think it's funny that Chael Sonnen and John Jones do steroids, but I don't want somebody coming in all roided up, beating up my fighter, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But
who's my clean fighter though?
But not just steroids aside, maybe steroids aside, like cheating, like Woody's kind of like excusing the Astros thing, right? He's like, come on, everybody does it. So what? They added a few
I
things.
genuinely don't understand how like adding, what is it, the trash cans or the
electronic system,
being smarter at decoding the signs using a computer is cheating, but doing it in your head is not.
Correct.
It is a very like wavy, arbitrary line of which cheating is okay and which isn't.
Yeah.
If I use an aimbot in a game, you're just like, oh, that's cheating. You had somebody else do the work for you.
But
but everybody's doing it in baseball. Like they're all trying to play a little shady and get one over.
The cheating that's fine in baseball is when you've got a runner on second and he's like back there, like peering from his position that he earned there on the field of play to try to glean something. We're talking about someone who had to be given a ticket by the organization, or they bought one, but given a ticket by the organization, planted in that seat with binoculars and a radio and a computer system that they had experts build. And now all the players have wires on them that vibrate. And we got a guy in the dugout hammering out signals. And we only got one guy on the
cheating.
And there's only one guy on the team who doesn't want to be part of it. It's their second baseman, I'm going to mess up his name. He's Mexican, Tuve or whatever. That guy, you can see him at one of his bats. They're like banging on the trash can. He takes the pitch, even though he knows what's coming. He's like shakes his head, and they don't hit the trash can again the rest of the game. He's the only one not fucking cheating.
That's pretty honorable.
And he was
He was just homophobic. He didn't want to wear the vibrating anal dildo.
He was one of the worst. He was not one of the worst, Zach. You don't know what you're talking about. I have deep dove this. It was a tattoo that was embarrassing. That's why I didn't want his jersey open.
I trust that. Lots of people.
Yeah, sure. That's
what happens.
So many professional athletes don't want to show their bodies.
Let me ask you this: so like they're all trying to read the signs. They're all trying to cheat. Like,
well,
my mind was blown when I watched that.
Deals. Even knowing what's coming isn't the biggest of deals.
Where did they? Was it the wires? You would say if they hadn't done the wires.
It doesn't even matter what I think. I mean, there's been books written about this.
Like what do you think, like the line of cheating?
For me, it's that there's even a guy out there. But then going a step further with all the wiring and the computer algorithm and the idea that they've got buzzers on their bodies vibrating when it's going to be an off-speed pitch or whatever code they're using.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
All of that, like adding all that gadgetry and the people who are outside the game doing the cheating for them. They've got another guy who isn't even on the field of play, helping them during the game.
Have other teams been caught doing that?
No, not like a coach. They've already got a fucking coach. He's in the dugout wearing a hat.
That sounds like cheating too. They got a guy just telling them what to do all game long.
No, I'm talking about that shady motherfucker in the hat pulled down
How's
low.
How's he different than the other coaches? I'm telling you, you have a third base coach, a first base coach, and a center field coach. You got a center field coach with the binoculars in the back.
I don't like that kind of cheating. I also didn't like it when the New England Patriots were watching people's practices.
Yeah,
recording their practices. Like,
I think a lot of teams have been caught doing stuff like that.
A lot of them have. That I actually don't mind as much, but it's still very much cheating. Now, here's cheating that I have no problem with. I saw one where I think there was a collision at the plate, and I want to say the catcher dropped this. He's got this little booklet on his arm, and it's how they're going to pitch everybody. It's like, Jim, throw him fastballs high and away. Todd, breaking pitches every time, low and inside. Like how they're going to face each of and like the collision happens, it falls on the ground. The batter's like, just pick this up and take it with me here. And he does. And you see, and the cameras are everywhere. It's a baseball park, so you see him go back to hey, coach. here you go. And the coach is like, good job. Like you see the whole dirty exchange go down.
And the guy didn't get in trouble.
Book. He dropped it.
The guy who picked up the book and stole it and gave it to the coach, he didn't get in trouble. Like that was understood to be like, well, he dropped the answers. Of course, you take the key.
I mean, it's Section 11, Rule 9: finders keepers, losers sweepers.
But I'm not even.
I think so.
Like rules.
Don't have
aside,
a card in your pocket that gives all the answers away when you go up to bat.
Rules aside, my own sense of morality tells me that that's okay. Like I believe that is righteous what he did. That we're here to compete, and you dropped your notes. I'm gonna grab your notes up. You can't drop your notes. I have them now.
He should have brought it up to the plate.
Now, if he had said, "Hey, you got my notes," yeah, dude, you got me. But he didn't. You could.
Yeah, they call that the swiper no swiping clause of the finders keepers.
I'm telling you how my own morality works. Like if he had ever said, "Hey, you got my shit," but yeah, dude, you caught me. But he was so willy-nilly about keeping this sacred thing secret that he didn't even notice it was gone until it was too fucking late, and the other coach has it. And now they know how they're gonna get pitched, and he's like, "Yeah, hey, watch out for the breaking ball."
Bothers me a lot.
People get hurt.
Like Roy.
People get hurt. So prime examples of MMA cheating I don't like is when you grab the gloves. I don't love that, but it's so common. Grabbing the gloves is practically part of the sport. Grabbing the fence is not. You could be way better than me at takedowns, but if I'm allowed to wrap my fingers around the fence, I could probably stay up. It's hard to take me down when I grab things and don't let go. And it really, really changes the outcome of the fight.
The momentum changes, not just of the fight in that sort of metaphorical sense, but in a literal sense when someone's picking you up for a slam. The difference of energy that you're going to receive on the impact is huge. Mm-hmm. If he's able to like drag against that fence a little and like do one of these, just a little grab on that fence to slow the –
or prevent it.
You're having to pick me up and slam me, suplex me or something. Like you can't do it if I'm hanging onto a goddamn fence. This is
if I hang onto the fence,
I'm gonna jump.
I can lighten the slam.
Yeah,
I could maybe choose my body position when I get there. Like you would have previously owned me and had side control or something. Now, I've got guard, or I'm so close to my feet I get back up quickly again.
The ones that make me yell at my TV. The ones that make me yell at my TV are eye pokes in MMA and late hits in NFL. And the eye pokes, I get. Some people just have a stance and a style. And hey, look, this is part of my defense. Look, and you don't like it? Don't walk into it, bro. Here I am. I'm going to be doing this a lot. Like it's one of those things where like a kid does the crazy arms. It's like, whatever happens is up to you. like,
well, I'm going to kick air. And if you walk into my feet, that's on you.
So I don't like that. But in the NFL, when I see late hits, it's like, what the fuck were you doing? Like why did you do that? Like now we've got to. I don't understand those.
There's nothing to gain in a late
hit. Bounties on players. It's fucking Philadelphia is the greatest sports city in the world. But yeah, they'd be like, yeah, $500 if you can injure the other team's quarterback.
Did we put a bounty on someone? Like obviously not like a scary kind of bounty,
more
but
of a trophy.
Did we put like a silly bounty on something or someone?
Oh, the show?
Yeah, these individuals here could could we put a bounty on something or someone?
No, you can't put a bounty on someone. Jesus,
why not?
Put a bounty on.
Well, I didn't say that.
What do bounty hunters do? I guess they don't put bounties on people. They're collecting.
They collect bounties. They're the ones who show up when you put a bounty on somebody, and they go get it.
Do you have to listen to them? Like I imagine
if you're like a civilian.
Yeah, like
no, suck my dick.
Like if Dog the Bounty Hunter comes up and he's like, "Hey, I need $200."
I'd give him the money. I know he's had a rough time the last few years. They recorded him saying the N-word. That's not cool.
And his wife died.
Oh, really? Yeah. She looked so healthy.
No. Yeah. Believe it or not, she was obese.
They
Looks can be deceiving. It's like, oh my goodness. I mean, based on ESPN like magazines now, she looks like a swimsuit model. Like
oh, Jesus. That's a thing. You don't like that